I get curious about what the beaches were like on the west side of Cleveland. So early this spring, I decided, okay, we're gonna go up there and check out some beaches, starting with the closest beach to Cleveland itself and working our way westward. So we started out at Whiskey Island, Wendy Park, all right? We just did a real quick look at it. You know, we thought, well, we'll come back and shoot some video later. Well, later turned into a lot later. And so months went by, and finally we made it back up to Whiskey Island, and we also went all the way out to Vermilion. So this is a compilation of a Whiskey Island, Wendy Park, Edgewater, Vermilion. 3 beaches I recommend, depending on what you're looking for. So let's take a look. Well, this is Whiskey Island. A lot of nice looking boats over here. And this is Lake Erie. It is beautiful. A lot of geese. A lot of geese first time I came here. A lot of geese now. But I love the sound of the cottonwoods. If you're interested in a beach and some shade close to Cleveland, you could give this a try. I will say it's kind of hard to find. It's right by Edgewater Beach, and you have to really pay attention because as soon as you turn off the main road, you got to hang a right away. Now Lake Erie is really pretty calm today, and we're going to just take a look quick. I'm not staying here long because I really don't care for geese. But this is kind of what you find here. A little bit of this is not glass, I don't think. It feels more like plastic. But you find a lot of trash here. A lot of beach trash. And some people make the most amazing things out of beach glass and beach plastic and all that kind of stuff. Kind of an interesting little varmint there. Yeah, kind of pretty. I don't know what it is. Okay, so just to give you an idea, slag, 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 chert. It's not really a bad little piece of chert. More slag, not real pretty. I don't know that you'd really want to make any jewelry out of the slag that you find here. From what I understand, most of the glass and things that you find here are pretty recent, so not very roughed up, so they don't really have that nice sandblasted look. I don't know what that is, but it looks kind of interesting. Maybe a piece of beach-worn pottery. Another piece of slag. More slag. Lots of urbanite here. There's a little bit nicer piece of slag. Haven't seen any fossils. It's not bad though. Not bad. Not necessarily good either. Pretty cool pieces of urbanite that I see. Pieces of brick, pieces of tile, all of it beach worn. A piece of plastic. Maybe I'll take that and throw it away. And we got some nice little mallards down there. And this, I think, is far enough for me to walk. Nice spot for a picnic. Some nice sandstone. A lot of cinder. Industrial material. All spent in the process of making things that we'd probably enjoy. That's kind of a pretty shell. All kind of rounded down. And a little bit more trash I can pick up. Tiny piece of beach glass there. We'll hang on to that. Not as much trash on the beach as what I saw the last time I was here. Interesting place though. Nice and close to Cleveland. And off in the distance there you see the stadium, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is right there too. So, I mean, come to the Hall of Fame or to a game and then come over here to the beach. Another piece of beach glass for those of you who like that kind of stuff. And another piece. So yeah, if you like beach glass, I'm sure you can find at least some pieces here. And maybe some beach plastic to go along with it to give it a little bit more color. Yep, a little more beach glass. Yeah, that was nice. There's that frosted look about it. That's what everybody wants. And there's another piece. And another piece. Tiny, but better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. All right, that was Wendy Park, Whiskey Island. Next, we're gonna go to Edgewater. When you go right off the main road to go to Edgewater, you immediately come to a roundabout. The first exit on the roundabout goes all the way back to Whiskey Island, Wendy Park. If you kept on going straight, you would come to Edgewater, which is huge. There is a fishing platform that you can come to next. There's a bunch of rocks, there's bathrooms, etc. You keep going to the left though, you come to the actual beach. And I'll show you that beach. All right, so that's Edgewater Beach. Not really a beach, that was a fishing platform. Lots of room here to run, to ride your bicycles, to walk your dog. During the summer, it is really crowded. So this is the actual beach. Let's just take a look at what we've got here. A lot of sand, packed down sand, and more sand, and more sand, and some little tiny shells. Good place to bring the kids, it looks like. Looks like it's pretty shallow, quite a ways out. Maybe not a beach for rock hounding though. All right, I am in Vermilion on the Main Street beach. It looks like quite a gorgeous little community and a pretty nice little beach. Little, rocky, sandy, something for everybody. So what might you find here at this beautiful little park? Not a lot of fossils. That doesn't really seem to be the thing you're going to find. However, that would be horn coral. Not a bad one either. I mean, there's more to it than you find sometimes. This would be a little brachiopod, I'm guessing. It's kind of a nice little piece. Little, emphasis on little. You find a lot of these pieces of, well, I guess they're shells, and they are very colorful. And if you like that kind of thing, there's plenty of it here. Sort of like these sedimentary rocks. They have a nice pattern. I'm not going to take them home, but there's a couple of those that I think are pretty cool. That one and that one and this one. That's pretty. I wonder how that would polish up. Then this is a very nice piece of granite. I really like the way it formed. It almost looks like a, some of it looks sort of like it's agatized, but it's not. It just sort of looks that way. Another piece of, I would say, nice. Okay, that's decent. Here's another nice piece of granite. For your pretty rock syndrome. I'm not sure what that is, but I like the little inclusions that it has in it. That looks sort of fossilicious. So, granite, nice. Sedimentary quartzite, I'm guessing. Sedimentary. This is probably fossilicious, but don't see anything in particular. Some more of the, what I am considering now the famous slag. Okay, lots of people like sea glass, lake glass, beach glass, whatever you want to call it, and I'm saving it now. I'm not going to keep it, but I'm saving it for someone. And another little almost quartzite, or almost granite. Same here. This is a little fossilicious. Sometimes the trash you find comes in handy. So this has some crinoids in it, some brachiopods. I like it. A little bit of a death plate. Some littles. Put them together and they look like something. That's a little bit more slag, I think. Kind of cool looking. So now I'm going to walk the beach a little bit more. I walked down here to get some better light, and now I'm going to be walking back. Like I said, some of these shells, they look kind of cool. This is what you find here at this beach. A lot of littles. Lots of littles. A little bit of beach glass. Speaking of which, there's another little piece. With these shells, sometimes you get fooled and you think it's beach glass and it isn't. Some bigger rocks out here. Kind of murky though. Can't really see them very well. A lot of limestone here.
I would say this is not the most productive beach. But it's a beach. And it has rocks. And they're little but colorful and mighty. And you want to be looking for artifacts too. Some look for faces in these rocks, and some of them are probably effigies of some kind, good luck charms that Native American people have used in the past. Cheese rock, my grandkids would say.
Anything cool? No lucky stones? Do you know what a lucky stone is?
Are you talking about a wishing stone that has a circle all the way around it?
No, the lucky, they're little white squares, and they got an L shape cut into it. It's actually the bone behind the sheep's head.
Oh.
Behind their ear.
Oh, cool.
Lucky stone.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I haven't found any of those.
They're usually pretty small.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind finding something different.
Lucky stones. I didn't know what they were. And when I got home, I looked at my stuff that I picked up, and I actually had 2 of them. They looked to me like chips of just a really white quartz. And it was interesting because they do have a little L indentation in them. A little L that stands for luck, I guess. That was fun.
Some quartzite. I like that. Ooh. I like how swirly that is. I don't think this is chert. It feels pretty soft, but maybe limestone. But that's a neat pattern. All the good stuff that I've found seems to have been eroded out of this area here. It's not bad. As beach glass goes, I found another piece sort of like that. Maybe it came from the same bottle. Another piece of beach glass, and that's a nice little piece. Nice contrast. Kind of little. I'll almost be able to call that unikite. Not quite sure if it's made the full transition though. So you can see some rocks out there if you had your bucket with plexiglass as a window to look down into the water, which I don't have. You might be able to find something out there further, and bigger rocks. That's a pretty nice little fossil. A little bit of a horn coral. Very nice, really. A lot of detail. It's almost like it was sliced. I do think it's time to blow this popsicle stand.
There you have it. 3 beaches west of Cleveland. For me, Vermilion is the winner. Unless you like a lot of glass and plastic and stuff like that, then yeah, go to Wendy Park on Whiskey Island. Now, where do I go from Vermilion Point? Well, there's some other beaches over that way, and I know things get better over by Maggie Marsh, but there's a lot of places to go between Maggie Marsh and Cleveland. Have a good day. Go out there and find some cool stuff.